Hello and welcome to Nine Newscast. Let me start today with this quote taken from Gold and Silver Book by Mike Maloney, which says, quote, "Over the past decade or so, the American politicians have abused this privilege and thought that their path right, and now the rest of the world is turning their backs on the US dollar standard. This is going to cause a financial calamity, the likes of which never seen before, and it's going to be devastating for most people." End quote. To understand this quote and to know more what's going really in the economy world, join me now, one of the most respected investors in the world, the expert business, Mr. Muhammad Dubush. How are you, Mr. Muhammad? It's been a long time.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
So Mr. Muhammad, let me get the macro story from you and your reaction to this previous statement, because a lot of people nowadays are speaking about these headlines: inflation, the difference between currency and money, and finally this really vicious circle of redeposited and real currency. So people are asking for answers just to get out of this maze. So could you please start?
First of all, I'd like to clarify the right meaning of inflation by using this saying that money doesn't grow on trees. But the truth is that the modern banking system created currency far faster than trees can grow. They are printing a tremendous amount of papers. So inflation is an expansion of the currency supply. And here's the truth. The more we have currency supply, the more purchasing power will be decreased. It's simple.
Right.
And the problem is, as you say, people don't understand the accurate definition of currency and money. Currency is the medium of exchange, a unit of account. It's a portable, durable, divisible, and something called tangible.
Mr. Muhammad, you say fungible. So can you please let us know what fungible means?
Tangible means that each unit is the same as the next unit. For example, a Syrian pound in your or a Syrian pound in my pocket pays the same amount as a Syrian pound in your pocket. But on the other hand, money is all of those things plus a store of value over a long period of time. And that leads us to the last question. Reposted and dwelling currency.
Yeah.
It's the same meaning of creating money out of nothing. It's a magic.
Really, that is really Mr. Muhammad, because as you know that the late President George Washington warned them on his road to James Madison. He said, "No generation has the right to contract debts greater than can be paid off during the course of its own existence."
Yes, right, you are. So again, because of this vicious circle of capitalism policy, the result will be inflation.
Yeah, that is, yeah. I'm sorry, unfortunately, but that is the result. Thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad. I thank for you. Really, this valuable information. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Thank you so much.
So, a tweet was picked up by our team which says, "If the currency inflation is not enough to drive you crazy, just wait to be fired by your robot boss." Really, what an amazing day. A lot of socialists are actualizing to understand the 21st century skills and to know more how these skills are going to improve the humanity in order to face the new advanced generation with artificial intelligence robot.
the 7 critical skills for the jobs of the future. Tony Wagner, the educational expert, has identified 7 survival skills of the jobs for the future. Collaboration across networks and leading by influence. Multinational corporations are having their teams of employees collaborate at different offices across the planet. Digital tools are used to support interaction around a critical objective and promote intercultural understanding. Within these contexts, leadership among a team is no longer about commanding with top-down authority, but rather about leading by influence. Like to create alliances of groups who work together toward a common goal. Critical thinking and problem solving. Asking questions and asking good ones is a foundation of critical thinking. Before you can solve a problem, you must be able to critically analyze and question what is causing it. This is why critical thinking and problem solving are coupled together. Above all, this skill set builds the very foundation of innovation. Agility and adaptability. We may have to learn skills and mindsets on demand and set aside ones that are no longer required. Initiative and entrepreneurship. Are we teaching our youth to lead? Are we encouraging them to take initiative? Are we empowering them to solve global challenges? Throughout his research, Wagner has found that even in corporate settings, business leaders are struggling to find employees who consistently seek out new opportunities, ideas, and strategies for improvement. Effective oral and written communication. Can you present your argument persuasively? Can you inspire others with passion? Can you concisely capture the highlights of what you are trying to say? Can you promote yourself or a product? Billionaire entrepreneur Richard Branson has famously said communication is the most important skill any leader can possess. Like any, he has noted it's a skill that can be learned and consequently used to open many opportunities. Assessing and analyzing information. Every day we create 2.5 million bytes of data. While our access to information has dramatically increased, so has our access to misinformation. Moreover, this information is continuously evolving as we update our knowledge base faster than ever before. Furthermore, in the age of fake news, an active and informed citizen will have to be able to assess information from many different sources through a critical lens. The last skill, curiosity and imagination. Curiosity is a powerful driver of new knowledge and innovation. It's the reason Albert Einstein famously said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." We continuously spoon-feed students with information instead of empowering them to ask questions and seek answers. Inquisitiveness and thinking outside the box need to be treated with the same level of importance the school system gives to physics and math.
To know more in detail, join me now, Professor Dania, a specialist in social and human development. Good morning, Professor Dania. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Usama. Glad to be with you.
Ms. Dania, just let me start with this question. Why the 21st century? Is there any specific rhyme or reason?
Yes, of course. We live in a world of accelerating change. New industries are constantly being born, and old ones becoming obsolete. A report by the World Economic Forum reveals that almost 65% of the jobs elementary school students will be doing in the future do not even exist yet.
Oh my
Both
God.
the workforce and our knowledge base are rapidly evolving.
Right, Ms. Dania. Professor Dania, another question has been asked, which is if those skills can really make a significant change in our life or not.
I'd like to say that the educational expert Tony Wagner has spent a lifetime trying to answer this vital question. Through investigating the education sector, interviewing industry leaders, and studying the global workforce at large, Wagner believed that these are skills and mindset young people absolutely need in order to meet their full potential. As studies shows that the first step always is changing educational program because it's the basic need to improve any system, society and industry process.
Right, you are, Professor Dania. One last question. Is there any real correlation between the 21st century skills and the artificial intelligence? Because, for example, as you know, that supercomputers in Silicon Valley can write, improve software programs by itself. They are roughly independent computers. And really, it's rich that I'm afraid of being replaced by a robot. Just imagine that. So again, how these 21st century skills are going to solve this problem?
Well, if our business world becomes full of robots and smart machines,
Yeah.
absolutely we need experts and creative employees so they can deal with the rapidly continuous improvement. Definitely robots have that rapid progress. They might be faster and more accurate, but they lack an ideal thing which makes us different.
Which?
It's creativity, innovation, and imagination.
Professor Dania, thank you very much for your time and this valuable information. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to visit our website www.skysnews.dmo.com. Have a nice day.